What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today's title is Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded is great if you hate Call of Duty. And the reason that I'm saying this is, as you probably already know, especially if you played this new update, is, once again, as always, 6v6 is just basically completely neglected. It isn't even in the spotlight anymore for this franchise. Activision doesn't even care about it. It really is. It's almost like a placeholder game mode now. As sad as it sounds, and as iconic, of a game mode as 6v6 actually is, it's pretty much a placeholder in Activision's heart. Now, I will say, Season 1 Reloaded is good. Like I said, it's still fun if you want to experiment with other things. DMZ is getting a whole brand new zone, basically an addition to the map, but the kick is, it's not in the game just yet. They're not going to announce when it's in the game. And they're not going to tell you how to get into this new part of the map. We, the community, have to figure it out. And I want to make a whole commentary about this because I love this concept. But I want to dive deeper into that topic in a different video. So DMZ, is packing. You have the new addition into the game, Raids. Pretty much, an add-on to Spec Ops, but it's really in-depth. And like I said, again, I'm going to talk about this stuff a little bit later. And of course, Warzone gets a huge update as well when it comes to certain things. And the UI of the game gets, massive updates. But what about 6v6, right? Well, we have Shipment and we have the Honey Badger as a weapon that is added into the overall experience. I'll be honest, Shipment, it actually doesn't look bad, visually. I actually like the nighttime, the rain, being on an actual ship. It's cool, but again, I've seen Shipment so many times. This isn't considered new content. To see this being the only thing really to look forward to playing when it comes to 6v6 is really disappointing because there isn't anything else. There was supposed to be a bunch of new game modes, but those weren't at the launch of this season. Maybe they're coming today. Possibly. I'm going to check again. So if you guys want to actually check out my live stream, we're going to be playing this update all day long. And also, I believe Modern Warfare 2 is going to be free to play December 15th through the 19th. And, you can hop on and join my lobby as well. I might go into the exclusive playlist where it's only a few maps and, a few game modes. But I'll still play with you guys if you want to hop into the squad and see how the experience is. Like I said earlier as well, 6v6 players also got the Honey Badger, which, in my opinion, is an awesome addition. I am probably one of the happiest people in the whole world to see this added back into COD. You can love this game or hate this game, but to have the Honey Badger, probably my favorite gun in the whole franchise, added back in, and it feels outstanding. I'm not even lying to you. It feels so good. This is probably the best part of the update. So the best part of the 6v6 update is the Honey Badger. And thankfully, you can simply get the Honey Badger in multiplayer. Sadly, it's a stupid challenge, I have to be honest here. I don't know why they always want to take this lane of making you play so long. I mean, basically, that's what they want out of you. They want playtime. They want you to be on the game as long as possible so they can flaunt how long people have been playing the game. I never know if those hours are, true or false when Activision says them because they do stuff like this all the time where, like I said, you have to play 15 matches. Why not just say, oh, get 300 kills? That could be done depending on your skill level, either faster or slower. But 15 matches, everybody's going to be moving at the same pace. Maybe you can pick certain game modes that are shorter to quicken up the pace, but that's about it. Luckily, the first day, there was a glitch. I actually tweeted it out on my Twitter account. You guys can follow that as well. I always keep you guys updated live and in action. But basically, it was a glitch that allowed you to get the 2 kills and then leave the game, and you can just cycle through like that. You didn't have to stay the whole game because it's not just play 15 matches. You have to get 2 kills in every single game. It's like it's so weird. But you were able to get the 2 kills back out, get the 2 kills back out. I did it in 15 minutes or so, probably less because I just spammed it on Shipment. But I don't know if they're going to patch this. You can try it to see if it still works, but at the end of the day, it's going to be worth the grind to just unlock this gun in general. This will be the best part of the whole update for you, but at the end of the day, that is it. That's all we have to look forward to. And the whole season, in my opinion, not just Reloaded, has been a bust for 6v6 fans. Shoot House was the very first map, then Shipment is the very second map. The M13 was stuck behind DMZ, which for me, again, I like DMZ, so it wasn't a problem for me, but a lot of people don't want to go over there. They want to stay in 6v6. So that was a bust for them, because they don't even bother with that. And now here is Shipment, another map that we already saw 50,000 times. All of this stuff, this whole update, I wouldn't even consider it an update. This to me personally was just an introduction of Warzone. Basically, this whole update was just to introduce Warzone and settle everybody into Warzone 2.0 and do updates in that catalog. And then 6v6 was just handed stuff for the camo grind because they know people love to grind camos because that's all it was. Let's be real here, people. Shipment and Shoot House, it's camo grinding maps. Weapons can be used in Warzone as well, so that's not just exclusive 6v6 content, that's across the board. The main thing that 6v6 players were given, basically, is camo grinding content. They treat it like a joke. They literally treat 6v6 like a joke, and it hurts my feelings to see them go down this route. And you know what? I completely forgot something as well. This update was stuffed because they had the addition, as always, of skill-based matchmaking. I mean, God. I started to get used to no skill-based matchmaking because I've been playing Battlefield 2042 for a while. I got to be honest with you. I've been streaming that a lot. And when I came back to Modern Warfare 2, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for the slap. The absolute hard, front and backhand slap that comes when you try to play Call of Duty nowadays. Again, you adapt into it. You get used to it. If you're a sweaty player, of course. But for any casual person out there who's trying to just kick back and lay back, it is a pain. Don't be expecting to hop into shipment and get any casual playtime right now. Maybe a week or two later, you could possibly find some more casual. No, probably not. But right now, with a new season, you better expect it to be extra, extra sweaty. But, again, like I said earlier, for being a mid-season, it was pretty stuffed. I have to give props where props are deserved. Across the board, if you hate 6v6 or, if you just enjoy other games or other experiences, then this update was for you. There was a ton of things that you could dabble in between DMZ, between Warzone. The new raids were absolutely fantastic. I mean, this edition is really cool. I never thought I would be into something more like a Destiny or what was the game called? Warframe type format where it's like a looter shooter. But this was unique. This is interesting. And honestly, from the way I see it, it's an addition to Spec Ops. And anything that's an addition to Spec Ops is okay with me because Spec Ops has been a game mode that has been neglected for a very long time. And I'm not saying the developers who work on it have done a bad job because they try to do the best they can, but it's always, I feel like personally, an under budget mode, something that Activision doesn't prioritize, and it shows. It really does show every single year. It's lackluster. So to see the Spec Ops world getting this massive addition is huge, and it's fun. It really is fun. Spec Ops requires communication. If you don't talk, if you don't interact with your teammates, it just, you won't have a good time. It's going to be a nightmare. So even when you're playing with randoms, you're going to be chatting it up. You might find tons of new friends just simply playing this brand new raid. And it's enjoyable. There is rewards. There's a reason to go in and actually grind it out. And there's replayability as well. That was one thing I was worried about. Well, I want to go back. What does this serve when it comes to Call of Duty? Well, it serves a bit. Now, of course, when you finish all of the, intel and you get everything, obviously, there won't be anything else to do in it. But it adds to the catalog, DMZ, Warzone, 6v6, Spec Ops, raids, there's just so much stuff to do in this game that I almost felt overwhelmed hopping onto Call of Duty. But it came at a cost. It came at the cost of the identity of Call of Duty because, I look at this game now and I just think it's just a cluster of a bunch of stuff, being tossed together. That's what I think of when I think of Call of Duty nowadays. I used to really think of a freaking fantastic 6v6 experience. Everybody did. And we were always so pumped for that because that was the spotlight of the game. When they advertised the game, that was the main spotlight. And that spotlight lasted until the end of the game's life cycle. It never changed. It never shifted to something else. It was right there on multiplayer for the whole time. And I really miss those days. But at the same time, again, like I said, if you are a player who's looking for something different, this is jammed-packed. It's jam-packed, I have to be honest, with content that I think that any other player out there would probably enjoy. They even have a Rocket League clone. It's like the Walmart version Rocket League in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing, insane, but I gotta say, it's fun. It's casual, stupid fun, It's something that you just wouldn't really expect coming into COD, like Prop Hunt, for example, but when it's added in, it's just something that you could just kick back, relax, and vibe. It almost seems like the developers are doing everything else way better than what they used to do perfectly. It's weird, and it's sad as well, because in this game, I do enjoy 6v6 to a certain extent. I think the gunplay is extremely fun. I think the toned-down movement is, pretty solid. It feels more like traditional Call of Duty. I think the new map designs are actually pretty good in this game. it has such a solid foundation. It's just they refuse to implement any of the changes the community asks for. The skill-based matchmaking is so stupidly thick that it just makes you want to avoid it at all cost. And right now, the way they advertise 6v6 is pretty much, a way to grind your camos for weapons that you'll use in Warzone. So you can't even look at the weapons as, addition to 6v6 content because they don't treat it that way. The weapons, I would consider them Warzone content. And 6v6 is where you go grind the camo for them. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a massive favor. Go down in the comment section and leave your opinions on how you feel about Season 1 Reloaded. Have you tried out the raids? Have you tried out, and tried finding the new DMZ map? I don't even know if it's in the game yet. Like I said, they're not going to tell us, so you have to figure it out on our own. I'll have a video about that in another commentary. Have you tried everything out in this update, and what do you think about it? Is it good, bad? Like I said, the overall update, not shabby. But 6v6 side, again, if you didn't like what you got in the beginning of this season, you're not going to like what you get in the middle near the end of this season. Hopefully Season 2 is going to be extremely different because this whole season was completely directed to Warzone in every possible way. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat me? There's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. There's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.